Hello dear student, I am Varun Kumar Mishra from LPM school. In this video, we are discuss about the physical property of metal and armor. Physical properties of metal and non-metal. Metal and non-metal. First thing is that you have already in previous video we are discussed about the physical nature, physical property of the metal. That is, metal are hard and maximum metals are solid in state except mercury, which is room temperature, which is liquid at room temperature. Some metals are soft, for example potassium and sodium. And some metals are cesium and gallium, that is, they are contain very low melting point. When you put the cesium metal on your hand, start melting. So it is a very low melting point of the cesium. That's why it contains the kerosene oil. And now another physical property of the metal, that is presence of free electrons. Presence of free electrons in metals. So, if you remind that in your class 9th, so we will discuss with the behalf of electronic configuration on the basis of A, L, M and shell. So that is sodium 11, magnesium 12, aluminium 13, potassium 19, calcium 20. Calcium 20. So now we'll discuss one by one. Suppose it is suppose the atomic number of sodium is 11, and how will electron fill in this shell, that is K, L, M, and so K capacity is 2, but L capacity, maximum capacity of maximum electron, that is 8, and M capacity, that is 18, and is 32. So in this way we can fill them 11, that is 8 and 1. 8 to 10 plus 1, 11, that is equal to 11. Now another, that is 2, 8 and 2, because it is 12. Another, that is 2, 8 and 3, that is 13. Now it is 2, 8, 8 and 1. 2, 8, 8 and 1. Another, that is 2, 8, 8 and 2. So in this way we are seeing the outermost electron are found in the valence shell. This cell is also called valence shell or valence electron, the outermost cell. In some metals, that is M cell is outer cell. In some cases of metals, that is N cell is outer cell. Now when in case of sodium it loses the one electron and it carries 1 plus charge, and the amount of electron will be reduces and it equal to 10. And right here is 10. So another, that is when the magnesium loses the 2 electron, 2 outermost electron, and it carries 2 plus charge on them. And carry electron, the remaining electron is 10. Again, in case of aluminium release 3 electron and it carries 3 plus charge. And remaining number of electrons, that is 10. So, in case of potassium loses only 1 electron and remaining amount of electron, that is 18. Remaining amount of electron, that is 18, because 19 total electron found in the potassium. Again, in case of calcium, that is calcium release 2 electrons and it contain again 80 electron after losing the 2 electrons. So in this way, when we correlate the noble gases, dear friend, anything is want to stable in the universe. Same thing like happen in case of metals. So these are the metals, and metals have generally say that these are the free electrons. In simultaneously, we are also know about this, the outermost electrons of in particular cell. Remember that जो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स सेल के बाहर होते हैं, और जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं वो आउटर मोस्ट वैलेंस में होते हैं, आउटर मोस्ट सेल में होते हैं. सो इन केस ऑफ if we tally or matching with the noble gases, why we call noble gases? These are the stable electronic configuration. You already know about, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. So these are the noble gases or have stable electronic configuration. So sodium, magnesium and aluminum, can they match with any other noble gases electronic configuration? So we already know that the sodium, the neon, that is neon atomic number of neon, that is 10. Atomic number of neon, that is 10. And if we feel the electron, that is 2, 8. Next, the K cell and L cell are completely filled. There is no minimum or no maximum electron are found in neon. So that's why it doesn't need to react to anyone, lose or gain the electron. That's why this is a behavior that is called noble gases. So this sodium metal relate the configuration with neon, that is same electronic configuration, that is 10, neon 10 and sodium 10 after losing 1 electron. So it will be stable, and sodium is highly reactive by nature, and that's why it came under the kerosene oil. When it can come in contact with atmosphere, it start burn or degrading. Now, so magnesium is also same, but it is also related to neon. Now another point, that is aluminum is also related to neon, that is 10. It is a stable configuration of aluminum. Now another, that is 18. 18, that is configuration of argon, and argon's configuration is 18. That is, so potassium 18, both are stable. or the same thing, argon is 18. So these metals are so the after losing one or more than one electron to gain the stability like the noble gases. And this property of metals show the reactivity capacity of the metals. Now another thing is that, so there is a question, student, from your study topic from chapter 3, that is, give an examples of metal which is और लिक्विड एट रूम टेम्परेचर. वो कौन सा मेटल है जो लिक्विड होता है रूम टेम्परेचर पे? लिक्विड एट रूम टेम्परेचर. रूम टेम्परेचर. Your answer will be already you know well known about them, that is mercury. Mercury. And can be easily cut with a knife. कोई ऐसा मेटल है जिसको हम कट विथ नाइफ? द मेटल सोडियम मेटल. सोडियम मेटल cut with knife. Third one is the best conductor of heat. Iron, and aluminium or the base conductor of heat. And next point is a poor conductor of heat. Non-metals or poor conductor of heat. Poor conductor of heat. Explain meanings of malleable and ductiles. Now another property, that is explain the meaning of malleable and ductile. Explain the meaning of malleable and ductiles. You are very well known about them. That is malleable and ductiles. Malleable. When we hit the metals like iron, etc., they get expand and converted into thin sheet. Now, and these thin sheet, this is to be converted into duct. This property is known as ductility. Ductility of metals. if that case happen in the non-metals? No. There is no case are seen in the case of non-metals because non-metals are brittle. Brittle means after hitting with hammer, hitting with hammer, they get break in small pieces. Any non-metal solid part get broken into small pieces. They are called bristles. When we hit with hammer to the metals, they like iron etc. they get expand. They not bristle. So it is the main differences between metal and non-metal. So in this way, we are familiar from the metals and non-metals physical property, and after that we are know about the chemical properties of the metals